G'day guys, how you going? Here we are Friday afternoon in Australia, camping by the creek. Winter's afternoon. We're going to whip up a camp oven, the good old hearty curried sausages. We're just going to do a couple of veggies here, a bit of sweet potato, pumpkin, onions, carrot. Going to whip up some brush spuds here. We're also going to do some mashed potato with it later on. Some onions. Got a few other little goodies there to throw in. Anyway, we'll get started. A little bit of sweet potato. Just watch you don't cut yourself. You don't want them too big. Probably looking at doing this camp oven for about 2 hours while we're kicking back around the fire. And we'll muck around peeling an old carrot. With a sharp knife, always be careful you don't cut yourself. That'll ruin your weekend real quick. Before we throw the onions in, we're going to fry them up later with a bit of garlic that I've got chopped up. Just going to throw a little nice little piece of pumpkin in. Pumpkin's always good with anything, and it adds a nice bit of flavour. Cut that skin off. That'll probably break down while it's cooking, and it'll just break down and make a nice little flavour in there while it's bubbling away. You can use a little, you can mince this garlic up. I'm just going to chop him up and fry him up and let it cook away like that. There's plenty there. I've used a whole bulb of garlic because it's good for the blood and good for the heart. You got to get it into you, especially in winter time. Okay, I'll knock this potato over here. We're going to do mashed potato with it on the side of the curried sausages, so I'm only putting the about 1.5 spuds in. Otherwise it'll be too much. Righto, well that's all our veggies ready. Got a couple more steps to go, so hang around. And we'll see how we go with the next lot. We're just getting these sausages, pork sausages, ready for the camp oven. So what I've done here, I've just put a little bit of flour on a plate. Put a bit of flour on there. We'll just give them a nice little roll in some flour. Give them a little roll in there so they don't stick on the pan. Just got a little bit of oil in here. We're just going to brown these off. Just going to give them a little brown off before we get them ready to put in the camp oven. We'll just give them a brown all the way around, and then I'm going to chop them up and get them in the camp oven with all the veggies and a couple other ingredients, and it should all come together, and then we'll start on our mashed potato. Righto, how you going? What I'm going to do is we're just going to brown off the we've done the sausages, we'll give them a bit of a brown off. I'm just going to do the onion and garlic. Okay, get all that in the hot pan, just a little bit of oil in there. Alright, now what I'm going to do, we can add like some later. I'm going to get a couple of nice spoonfuls of Keen's curry powder and place it in there, and I'm going to give that a little bit of stir out so it really brings out the flavour before we put it in the pot. We'll give them a little bit of a stir, give them a bit of a brown off. We'll probably add a little bit more curry later on. Just keep them moving so you don't burn them. This stuff here was invented in Australia in the late 1850s by a fellow by the name of Joseph Keen. It's an Australian household product, and we're just going back to basics tonight. We're not adding anything else, but only the Keen's curry, and that's what I grew up on. And hopefully it turns out good tonight. So we'll, that's what we're going to do, and hang around, eh? Righto, back again. Okay, not far off getting it on the heat beads. So all we've got our veggies, we've got our sweet potato, we've got our brushed potatoes, we've got some carrots. We've got some, just a nice slice of pumpkin there to blend through for the flavour. We're going to get that in the pot. What I've done here, now we've just browned all those sausages off. I've chopped them up into nice chunks, not too small. I'm going to get them in there. That's starting to fill the pot up. Now, I've done that garlic and onions and the Keen's curry. We give that a little bit of a brown off. I'm going to get that in the pot. Now what I'm going to add some couple good squirts of salt, some pepper, okay. Can't have curried sausages without peas. You get a nice can of green peas in there. I'm just going to get rid of that juice. Right in the pot. I'm going to put in a can of coconut cream. Add a bit of flavour, plus a little bit of a thickener. So we'll get that going in there. That'll break down and we'll give it a couple stirs as it's cooking. Okay. It's got one packet of sultanas. Sprinkle that in there for a little bit of sweetness. little sprinkle of raw sugar, nice little bit of flavour. That'll enhance the flavour, beautiful. Okay, and we're gonna be cooking that in chicken bone broth stock. Really good. You never used to be able to buy this in the supermarket, but now we're seeing it in our shelves at Woolworths, and it's really good and good for you. I'd rather cook with this than the other stuff. You get that in there, and if we've got to, we'll add a little bit of water later. We'll check on that in I'll check on that in about 40 minutes and give it a bit of a stir and a bit of a blend up, and that'll start coming together, and then I'll get to the mashed potato. So we'll see how it turns out in the end, eh? Beautiful. Now we'll finish off this mashed potato. Now this is just old school mashed potato. Good old school Aussie mashed potato. We've got a bit of butter, salt and pepper, a bit of milk. That's all we need. Now if you can see there, that's got a nice texture about it. It's not too dry, it's not too sloppy or wet. And that's going to go really nice on the side with our curried sausages in the camp oven. So hang around and we'll get that happening now, eh? Hey guys, how you going? Well, here we are a couple hours later. We let it bubble away on the camp oven, a bit of curried sausages there. Don't matter whether it's an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, it's still getting the job done. We've got a bit of mashed potato there, old school, and some Keen's curried sausages on the side, and it's going to taste delicious. So pretty simple, good old Aussie recipe, and yeah mate, get into it and hope you enjoy it. See you later, eh?